Hi everyone, I'm Ruth Eastham, the author of Arrowhead, among other things, and I'm going to read you a little extract from the book today. And it's the part where Jack, who's one of the main characters, has gone up onto a deadly glacier with his new friend Scully, and Scully has promised to show Jack where he found an arrowhead, and Jack is not very sure about this at all. Anyway, basically there's a hole in the glacier. And they're looking down. Jack's looking down into the hole. Scully has sort of disappeared down, and Jack is really not sure what to do. So we'll go from that moment. Jack looked down into the hole in the glacier. Big mistake. He still couldn't see the end of the ice tunnel, even with the torch beam shining right into it. Scully! I've had enough of this. Jack swung himself round to climb back up, but realised too late that he was sliding forward. He let out a stifled cry and clawed at the glassy surface, desperate to get a hold on the ice. But it was too late. He was travelling downwards, gathering pace through the tunnel, slipping faster and faster over the ice, over and through and under. Chapter 3, Ice Cave. Fast and faster went Jack, a human bobsleigh propelled by the slip of the ice. The cold took his breath away, so he couldn't even scream. Light from his head torch skimmed the curved racing tunnel. Shadows flapped round like inky wings. Then the head torch was ripped off, plunging him into darkness. Ice spray stung his eyes as he fought and failed to find any kind of grip. He careered downwards, his face pulled taut by the speed, his body braced for impact. There was a bump in the ice. Jack was flung up into the air and landed with a thud. The surface under him levelled and he slowed, finally spinning to a stop in a pitch black nothing. Gradually, Jack's blinking eyes adjusted to the gloom. He had landed on his knees on a solid, cold surface. Light leaked from the tunnel he'd slipped through, and there were thin shafts of sunlight from scattered openings in the roof. He gazed at the enormous icicles hanging in jagged clusters, realising that he was in some kind of cave. Columns sprouted from the floor, their glassy, rounded tops glinting. There were strange sculptures everywhere, folds of blue ice streaked with pearly bubbles and silver veins, large blocks like tombstones jutting up from the cave floor. Jack scrambled to his feet. I'm under the ice. He hugged his arms tight round his chest. You okay? Scully was by him, holding his arm to help him up. Here's your torch. You could have warned me, Jack muttered. Sorry. There were noises, creaking, dripping sounds that vibrated eerily around the chamber. A drop struck Jack's cheek and ran down his collar. Not far now, said Scully. He trod off, weaving between the buckled ice statues. It's cold. Jack's voice echoed off the ice walls as he followed. He struggled to control his breathing. Scully had stopped and was crouched in the half light, his breath forming swirling clouds as he spoke, making the space between them seem smaller. He's here, he said. What do you mean, he? Jack took a step forward. Then he stopped, gaped. All his other thoughts, his fear of the ice and the cold, forgotten. There was a boy, slumped against a wall of ice, dead.